guys. This is Spiritually Gifted here. I want to advise you guys. I just had a young man in my energy between the ages of 16 and 19 years of age. And you know, as an empath, you can pick up on their energy. And what happened was, this young man had, you know how these young kids, some of the older people do this too. Even though somebody is in their energy or near them, they'll have their phone on a speaker, and like, you know how people be trying to speak in code, or they'll say one thing but they mean something else. But this dummy, and yes, I said dummy, the individual that this person was speaking to was saying things of the nature of, look at her, man, she out of it, she want the F to sleep, like she's seriously, it's another word he used, but pretty much like dead. That's what not dead as in like not living, I mean as in knock the F out type of dead sleep. Like, I heard him smack her on the butt, and he was telling his friend who was in my energy, and I was like, oh my God. And immediately I started picking up, and I happened to look back slightly because I don't know, something was just off with his energy, and the look in his face was like so sneaky, and I'm like, okay, what the hell is going on? So I immediately started channeling that this young man was meeting up with this other young man so they could run a train on this girl. I felt this so intense, you guys. And what I gathered is that the other young man and the girl must have experimented with some drugs, because I felt drugs. I felt some type of Molly or something like that. You guys need to tell your nieces, daughters, cousins, I don't care what age they are, but because they need to be careful of these young men's house, even these young women, because they look slick slide selves too. Ain't nobody no saint, y'all, okay? Don't ever think that your family members wouldn't slip somebody a Molly or something like that. You need to tell them to be careful, because I didn't care. It was like Holy Spirit was telling me what to tell them. And I asked that young man, I said, do you believe in God? He said, yes. Then he paused. I said, what you mean, like somewhat? He said, yeah. I said, you believe in the Holy Spirit, right? And he said, yes. And then I said, well, the Holy Spirit is, I said, do you know what an empath is? He said, no, ma'am. I said, an empath is somebody who can pick up on another person's energy. And he looked scared, you guys, like really, literally scared, like he was finna ish on himself. I'm trying not to use profanity on the channel. Like he was literally finna ish on himself, okay? Then I said, well, the Holy Spirit is telling me to tell you something, and I do as I'm told. So I told him, the Holy Spirit is telling me to tell you that somebody in your energy is somebody you finna follow up behind, and you know that they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing to a young lady. This is what I told him, y'all. And I told him that the Holy Spirit said you better not do it, because that person is going to go to prison for a long time. And if you choose to follow in their footsteps and do the same thing that they do, you're going to go to jail too. I'm sorry, I said you're going to go to prison too. And he said, oh, well, I wouldn't do that. And then he paused. He said, you said a young lady? And I looked at him like, yes. And when I said that boy looked like he wanted to jump out my car, man, I'm telling y'all, y'all better be careful, because these young men and women are getting so horny, and they think, and then a lot of these young girls be thinking, oh, I want to go have sex with him, I really like him, and you know, it's the COVID and all that stuff, and I don't want him to have sex with somebody else or something like that. That's what I'm picking up from the young girl that he was with. But I'm telling y'all, they think they can run these trains on these young girls, and these young girls be taking this Molly and stuff, trying to fit in with them and for them to like them, and it can go vice versa for the young men too. But y'all need to put them on some stuff, I'm telling you, because this not good, you know. I mean, because what if something happened to your nieces or nephews or one of your family members or friends friends or something like that. You know, it don't have to be necessarily the young girls and the young men. It could be the older couples too. So I'm just telling y'all, you know, be careful. Tell your family to be careful.